Good morning, traders. This is Shogun Chat for 7. It's an early one today. I train traders how to trade in harmony with the market. So today I will be analyzing our buy and sell pairs chosen from our trade planning session this morning. Before I start, I want to give a mention to TradingView for their consistent improvement to the fantastic platform that we all use. I remember when it all started, and here we are today. The continuous improvement to the platform is there for everyone to see. So well done, TradingView team. I wish you continuous success. Okay, we are going to be looking at the. Let me start by showing my pairs. So we have the pound Aussie, the pound dollar as buy pairs. I'm going to analyze those two pairs, and if time permits me, I'm going to do the Canadian and the Aussie yen. But the priority for us this morning is the US dollar Japanese yen, the Canadian, the pound US dollar, and the pound Aussie. Okay, so let's start with the dollar yen. So this has been a trade that I have been interested in for a while actually, because we saw when the dollar yen capitulated and all the yen pairs basically just came all down, and that's on a bigger time frame like daily chart. There's still a trend reset, okay, and we can see the move from this low. So I've drawn the major waves out for us to see. So this is the 0 to 1. We use the green because that's going up. Then that's the 2 pullback structure. We have a rally here, which actually was an extended move. Okay, and there's actually a way to capture this, which I'm going to do in a bit now. So we have 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and that 4 gave us 2 higher high 5. Okay, so all these points are key decision making points, especially the structural points, because this price was discounted all the way here, and the buyers took this price from here there. They call for discounted, they took the price all the way there. And after a completed wave structure like this, you expect a trend reset in form of a higher momentum low, and that is what we have. I believe, well, I don't know, now we are below the structure, so this is technically momentum low. Whenever it stops, that will be a higher momentum low for a new attempt to go to the upside. The idea is, the question we ask ourselves, which I call the question for success, is what is the market condition? This is an uptrend. Okay, we have series of higher highs and higher lows. Then you ask yourself, is there a trend changing pattern during the last pullback? The question is, during this move here, this pullback here, is there a trend changing pattern? What I mean by that is a higher momentum low or a higher structure that failed to make a higher high. And as you can see, this structure made a higher high. So there's no trend changing pattern here. Therefore, your thinking as a price trader or as a price behavior trader is nothing has changed. This is a normal behavior for a trend when it gets to the high point of the wave cycle. Okay, that they would discount it, breaking below the last structure to form an anchor for a new trend to start. Okay, so if we don't see a trend changing pattern, we're not going to be thinking the trend is changing. However, on the currency strength index that we use to select our currency pairs, this is a sell pair, and as you can see this morning, that's actually a short-term one I'm using. We have seen the nice move this week, and the yen pairs has been fantastic. Personally, I like to trade the CAD yen, and it's been really good. Okay, so that is the dollar yen. The idea is when this settles on a lower time frame. I'm going to analyze the lower time frame from the cardinal, so we can apply the same thinking to the dollar yen. So the idea is price is now at the momentum low, higher momentum low. The best trade you want to do from a low point is to look for buying opportunity. Okay, so that is the dollar yen. I'm going to jump straight to the pound Aussie. Very interesting pair. Okay, so this is our buy pair. All right, so you can see there's no trend here. This is going up, coming down, going up, coming down. This is basically in a big range, but that range, okay, what am I looking for here? So you can say we have the high of the range and the low of the range. Okay, and you can see for yourself 915 pips. But inside this range, price is making lower momentum high, higher momentum low, lower momentum high, higher momentum low, and they are buying at the low, selling at the high. So the approach is this. Okay, the picture we have in front of us, if I look at this, okay, we have a structure followed by momentum high, we have a structure followed by momentum low. We've seen the launch. If we follow, because what we do is we trade the price and we trade the traders that move the price. Okay, let me recount myself. Price is the perception of the traders, and traders are human beings. They will do the same thing over and over again. That is one of the tenets of the technical analysis. Okay, if we accept this to be the truth, okay, if we accept that price is the perception of traders, and we accepted that the traders will do the same thing over and over again. So the question now comes to, you have to be able to identify the phase that the market is trading. Okay, if you are in a trending phase, you apply a trending methodology. If you are in a consolidation on a range phase like this, you apply the methodology. And the idea of trading in a range is you are looking to buy a higher momentum low and you're looking to sell a lower momentum high. Okay, so you're selling the high, you're buying the low. That's the picture. So we have a launch, and on the 1 hour chart, actually not on the 1 hour chart, let me show you this. I was actually looking at this morning. We have, let's go to 5 minutes chart. We have a trend reset here. Okay, so we've seen a completed wave structure. We count the wave 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That did not make a low. This one made a low, and that gave us a 2 higher high 5. So that's a valid momentum high, and they have resetted the trend. We're now having a higher momentum low. So what works on the bigger time frame works on the smaller time frame. We have a higher momentum low here, and the picture now is, don't buy this first move. We want to see a failure. Okay, we want to buy the low after a failure below these structural points. Okay, so the picture is, we're going to, once this reset is complete and we see the failure, then we're now going to look for a complete wave structure like this to the upside. Okay, so that's the pound Aussie. Pound US dollar, very strong in terms of the reset. We're going to go to the 4 hour chart. This is still a downtrend market. Okay, well, it's a buy pair for us because we are short-term trading. What I mean by that is, we like to engage the market based on the next directional move for the 4 hours or the 1 hour swings. Okay, so, and sometimes we are in a downtrend, we are buying, or we are in a uptrend, we are selling. It's not because we think the trend is, we basically, the banks trade in both direction, and you should be able to trade in both direction as well. So, but depending on if you are proficient and capable enough to do that. So we have a downtrend here. I'll just start from here. So we have a structure, momentum low, we have a pullback, which gave us a structure, and we have a momentum low. Currently, after a momentum low, especially after two lower lows momentum low, you expect the last lower high that made the momentum low to be tested. Okay, that will form an anchor for the next move to the downside. So if we say 0 1, so it's not even if we say this is the count here now for the pound US dollar. I'm going to change this color to red because we are in a downtrend. That is the count. Okay, so we have 1 2 3 and the 4 is valid now. Okay, you can see this clearly. Price has traded above this. We said this is the higher low that will make the change of character, and that will give us a structure. But we in this pullback, so if we go to the, let's say, 5-minute chart, so during the last pullback, okay, we have a trend changing pattern here. Okay, so this is a higher low, this is a structure, this is the momentum low. This is actually a trend changing pattern. Okay, so what we are looking for, even this is a buy pair, this is a 0 1 2 3 4. We're still expecting one more higher high. Then we are looking for a failure. Then this will now become a sellable pair. Okay, we cannot sell the pound now. We want to sell above this structure 127.14, but not yet. Okay, it is not ready. Okay, if you sell now, you're going to get in trouble with it. Okay, wait for the completion of this wave structure above the current level and look for a lower high after the price has broken down and tested the high and failed to make a higher high. That is the best way to approach the pound US dollar. So last but not the least, Cardian. This is my favorite pair, even though when I was learning trading, my mentor always say, do not have a favorite pair. But I like to trade Cardian. If and I'm not going to say more than that. Yeah, so on I was selling this actually for those that have been watching my videos. We started selling the Cardian very early. Okay. I remember the daily momentum high when it failed. I was in this trade, and this was a painful time actually. This took 3 days or 4 days, this area here, but we just stayed true to our methodology, and eventually we had the breakdown retest, and this was a nice move. Okay, then we went into consolidation as well because that's a 4-hour structure. Then we started selling again yesterday. This move here, this was the trend changing pattern that we sold at the high yesterday. I've just closed the sell because this here is a trend changing pattern. So once we see, and the question I was asking yesterday, earlier, that you ask yourself, what is the market condition? We know this is a downtrend. Okay, from here to here, okay, is an uptrend. Okay, series of lower highs, a series of higher highs and higher lows. But you ask yourself, in the last pullback, has there been a trend changing pattern? What I mean by that is a higher low that failed to make a higher high. Instead of making a higher high, price making a lower low. And that is what happened here. We have a trend, higher low, failed to make a higher high, price broke down and made a lower low. That is a sign, that is the first clue that you need to see. Then once the wave structure completes, you're looking for a failure to make a higher high, and the low of that failure is your sell point. Okay, and we short this thing and look at the almighty move to the downside. So now, because we have a trend changing pattern to the upside, we're now looking for a failure at the low, a failure to make a lower low to buy, because we already have a sign that people are interested to buy here. Remember what I said, the traders will do the same thing over and over again, and that is why I teach people price behavior. You won't see any fancy indicator on my chart. I do like to use indicators sometimes, but not all the time. The first thing we do is I look at the price, because price will not lie to you. Okay, indicators, they are good, especially the ones that in this community for TradingView a lot of fantastic coders. I have I can't I have so many of them that I look at, but it doesn't it doesn't it doesn't dictate to me what I should be doing in terms of trading decision. We just use them in alignment with what we do. Okay, so I think that is good enough for this morning. Okay, I haven't shared something. So on this one, I was looking at this on a 3 minute chart, actually, the Cardian. And this is actually a fantastic trade. So if you look at this, okay, we are buying now, but if you look at this here, so we have a lower high, that means the lower low price came above it. We already have the information here. So your thinking should be, once this wave structure completes, we are looking for we're looking for a pattern basically. If the sellers are still involved, okay, price will not come above it. So we have a change of character. That means we have a structure, a lower higher high, followed by a higher low and a higher high. So that becomes a momentum high. Then, as long as this momentum high did not make a lower low below here, and the next time price come above it, yeah, this is now the time thinking is no longer required. Okay, you just follow the rules. My mentor will always say momentum high must be bought, momentum low must be sold. This is the 4-hour momentum low that is giving us an anchor, a reversal move, and that is going to be strong if it comes true. So that is it for this morning. My name is Shogun Chat 247. I know this is kind of early, but I've got things to do, and these trades are actually presenting themselves early to us. So if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. My name is Shogun Chat 247. I wish you a successful trading day and a blessed weekend. God bless.